we are giving away a free Steam key to the story-based adventure game The Silent Age. In this addictive game, you assume the role of a regular, unsuspecting janitor who sees himself confronted with the daunting task to save all of mankind. Simply answer the question at the beginning of every video to be entered for the giveaway running until July 31st. You can enter as many times as you want by answering every new question in order to increase your chances. Let's get it. The question for this video is going to be, what effect does the card Keening Banshee have? I think you know that.
Yes, I do.
JJ, what rarity is that card?
It's rare, isn't it?
It's a rare, that is correct. So we got a budget druid for you, man.
Got a golden one.
Got a golden one?
Keening Banshee.
Oh yeah, you got a golden Keening Banshee. Let's not play that. That doesn't go into any budget druid. It's golden, it's no. This druid is really good. We've played Hunter, you've played Mage, we've played Priest. The druid is really good. So the idea of this is to go wide on the board and buff it up. It's called Token Druid. It's an aggressive Token Druid. Cards such as the Living Mana, Soul of the Forest, Spreading Blade help you do that. And you have like Power of the Wild and Savage Roar to buff things up. And very strong individual threats like the Vicious Fledgling, Cryptlord can really grow. And the Direwolf Alpha, Knife Juggler just interact with summoning a lot of minions. So there's lots of 1-drops in there and a lot of AoE buffing. So that's really good. Naturalize is just one option to destroy. Maybe big Lich King in the end to get that final push. So, cards that, if you were to craft them later, would be, well, most importantly, Whispering Woods are really good cards. And probably a second copy of Living Mana or Spreading Blade to kind of empower that going wide on the board more. Violet Teacher is also an option for this deck. But we choose to go more aggressive because there isn't that many spells in there. So we're running it the way it is right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what it can do on the ladder. Alright, let's see what we can do. We need to find 1-drops. So I think we kick everything right now. Direwolf is a keep if we already
definitely get one. Yeah, there you go.
If we have a 1-drop. There's a Direwolf, which is okay.
Power of the Wild as a good follow, as a decent follow-up. Of course, we don't want the Panther, but...
Typically would want that to buff, but it's okay.
But we'd rather have the Panther than not have the Panther.
Yeah. Rather than not having a 2-drop at all.
Yeah.
So give me Darmol. Darmol is typically a safe inclusion in all aggro decks. And it's probably the best 1-drop you can have. On Paladin, it's really good. This is very likely going to be Shutterwalk. Even though Firefly is a weird inclusion, that I will admit. See, carding out a Fletchling before Hexes and Reach is never the worst idea. And I think we kind of go for it.
We go for the Fledgling and then we kill the Searing Totem so that he's very unlikely to be able to take it out this turn, hopefully. And
well, Flame Tongue would be the only way if he's not playing Shutterwalk, but
and then, of course, once the Fledgling gets going, it hopefully can't die.
Lightning Storm can also do it.
Lightning Storm will definitely do it because
he's overloading too, so it's alright, I guess. Cryptlord is kind of good.
I mean, it's the best play we have right now.
Yeah, Cryptlord is really good.
The nice thing about Fledgling is even if it
best draw would have been Fledgling there, but Cryptlord is probably the second best draw in the deck.
The thing about Fledgling is even if it deals 0 damage to your opponent,
it forces them to go out of their way to deal with it.
Yeah, which can definitely be a lot of value sometimes. This is also really good.
Draw. That's the draw. You know, it's kind of like with all budget decks. Some luck, some skill. Changing was perfect. Back-to-back, perfect draws.
Yeah, and this also is going somewhat wide already for being so early on. Potential for Power of the Wild or Soul of the Forest.
Cryptlord isn't easily removed either, so that's important. If we hit a 1-drop, we might consider Soul of the Forest. Instead, we hit another Soul of the Forest. Okay.
I guess it's Power of the Wild.
Plus hero power.
Plus hero power, yes. Mm-hmm. Because that takes out the 2 taunts.
2 gang members. Yep. It's okay. We keep a board presence. Of course, he's gonna.
He can take out the 1 gang member with the Glacial Shard.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Cryptlord got hexed sooner or later.
Yeah, I mean Cryptlords are tough to take out.
It's a tough presence, and when you get its attack up, damn.
Like his health gets up so fast because of you constantly summoning minions.
Yeah. It doesn't happen a lot, but next turn Firefly might be the best draw in the deck.
Oh yeah, because Firefly, Flame Elemental, Soul of the Forest.
Yep. It's typically like one of those that's like always the worst one when you get it late. Lightning Storm likely coming up.
Nope.
So I'll do that.
Which makes sense to take out that one if you can do it that way.
Spellbreaker.
Yeah, no, that's...
Spellbreaker doesn't seem that good, but...
I would play Soul of the Forest
just
to secure our board presence.
Oh, then we're playing a Spellbreaker. Because, what's in a Spellbreaker in Shadowrock? Not that much.
Might as well Spellbreak the one thing that actually...
Exactly.
We're taking the Phoenix out, I think, right?
I think we trade everything.
Do we really care about the Searing Totem?
I mean, there's not going to be Flame Tongue. Because it's walk, so kind of not.
Because I think we rather care about the 3 damage to face right now. Mm-hmm. Especially because we have taunts up, so...
If he's grumbling it, I mean, fair on you. That I'll give it to you. Also, that, like, on my watch, that Healing Totem is never going to die.
Yeah, I think the best thing about... Or the worst thing about keeping the Searing Totem alive is that he gets an increased chance for having the Wrath of Air Totem.
Mm-hmm. No, it's going to do it himself. Cool. We might consider naturalizing the big guy.
Naturalize the big guy, Power of the Wild for a 3/2, and then Soul of the Forest.
Yeah. That's sufficient. Of course, we don't want him to draw, but that seems kind of the way to use it right there. You could take out the Elemental with the Crypt Lord just to protect your gang member.
Yeah,
that's what you
makes sense. Though, of course, the gang member dying only reduces our board presence by 1 attack.
Do Souls of the Forest stack?
Yes. Because they just gain Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Trent. Right. So yes, we can summon 6 Trents if we get all of them buffed.
Unfortunately, really weak against Shaman specifically.
Double Soul of the Forest?
Yeah. Because there's a Volcano Lightning Storm turn that clears everything.
Oh.
Always.
I was thinking, like, yeah, Lightning Storm takes up the board once, but then you have all kinds of stuff.
That guy's there.
Hi there, Alakir the Wind Lord.
How are you doing?
I guess we're trading the Chain Gang, right?
Wait a second. Yeah. Trade Chain Gang in?
Wait, are we gonna...
We're gonna do
the thing again. Before or after?
No, after, I think.
Because before means we're getting more board presence right away.
But it makes us more susceptible to Lightning Storm. I don't like it. I think trade. Face with the other 2, both elementals. And then we solve.
Of course, both elementals, but I was just asking if we wanted the trend now or later.
No, so seems better. Even if he clears this up, Savage Roar next turn is really good. So he needs to find 2 board clears. Volcano into Lightning Storm or Bust, basically. It's tough. That's really the power of Soul of the Forest. It doesn't get affected by 1 board clear.
Yeah, it makes your board very sticky.
2 board clears. That's why you played with the Whispering Woods later. Hot Spring Guardian is okay.
He's still fishing. He's fishing really hard.
He's fishing hard. He's ice fishing out there. So can take that out. Savage Roar and go. Just go.
I always dislike having the Dire Wolf on the edge of the board.
Yeah, no. That's because the treants also always show up like on the very
right. Yeah.
They don't show up there where the person that no, I can't have that. We can't make sense of this. Listen, if you die and a tree grows out of you, that tree will move.
Well, but
it won't just stick wherever you was.
But
when
there might be like two treants and 1/2 slime spawning or something.
There we go though. He didn't have it. So that's basically that was a really good example on how exactly this deck tries to win. Go wide, put the Soul of the Forest on them, and just buff it up. Like, get to a point where they can't avoid you having a white board on your own turn. And then you buff it up, Savage Roar, double Savage Roar if possible.
If necessary.
And a Power of the Well on top of it if you gotta. And just let them have it.
Because if the board is wide enough, as you saw, you can already deal like 18 damage in a single turn while there's a taunt out.
So Shudderwock doesn't have anything on this deck. Hope you enjoyed this and hope it helps you a lot. If you've played this deck, then tell us your experiences and maybe you have some ideas yourself on how to improve it. So let us know about that. We might get around to doing that. Go back to the beginning and answer the question if you want to win a free game. The Silent Age, really good, I recommend it. And check out the other videos that we did specifically on the Hunter and the Mage so far, and the Priest probably as well.
Yes.
So we're doing every class, as you should already know by now.
And once we're done with that, maybe we'll find some alternate decks that also work for a class and make more of that.
Yeah, that might be a bit more expensive later. Like we'll do like a mid-budget type of series where it's like between 2 and 5k dust maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
To like improve them, to keep you kind of on with it. The more you play, of course, the more dust you'll earn, the more you want to know what improvements to make to your decks.
We might also make some videos later on, like, for example, the Token Druid, how it looks when it's the proper Druid rather than the budget version. Yeah. Because, of course, the budget version isn't bad, but
we can do that with...
There is a reason why people put dust into those decks. They become better.
Exactly. We can do that with the Priest, we can do it with the Hunter, we can do it with all the decks, basically.
Yeah.
So, whatever one you want to see first of those, let us know. We'll do it. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. That will help us out a lot. And consider subscribing. You're not going to miss all the other ones. And it's going to help out your Hearthstone play quite a lot, I believe. So, thank you for watching. We're going to see you next time, JJ.
That's it?
That's it.